federal, local, state governments to, I guess, stick to that, from what I can see. But there's also other things too, in particular. Some elements spiritually, some elements of I guess, financial, to that. So it's really, it's a mixture. Again, I can only speak for myself.
Do you find a lot of that you receive a lot of attention with
yeah, I'm kind of trying to hide now at this point. I mean, they said no signs, they say face paint, so I wandered on. I also can't hear anything from the bags.
What does this like really stand for in your words?
Do you know your history?
I actually don't. I'm sorry. I'm from BC. I don't know like that much about.
The Gadsden flag in particular, which is the Don't Tread on Me flag, there's a couple different variations in particular. Long story short, the pre-Revolutionary War flag was used when others were still using individual militia flags and a rally flag to fight them. Eventually, at some point in time, it also worked out so that a different version became the first Union Jack and the elements of the first element of the Navy, you really will, back in the Revolutionary War days in particular. So the concept of rattlesnake, Don't Tread on Me, there's a couple different lines that are attributed to other things. There was one line in particular back in the Revolutionary days where the British thought about sending convicts to the American colonies, the American British colonies. And it's the same way as I guess they were doing with other areas of the world. I believe it was Jefferson. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. Said, well, if they send us ships of convicts, we shall send them back ships of rattlesnakes. And the concept of Don't Tread on Me is really basically is don't step on me, I'll strike back. And it's if you look at that, it's very historical. There's many other elements throughout, I guess, history, in particular American history, whether that's when it was the Republic of Texas or a particular colony. It basically is, don't step on me, I'll strike back. In particular, it's just it is part of the American history, and if you look all around, it's very, very popular. It's just as a reminder of where we've come from, and just again with a reminder to stick to it.
Where do you see this this revolution leading, or this rally?
Is a strong word.
Or I mean, not revolution, but what do you see that you're involved in now, and where do you see it going?
Heat stroke. But I just see that it's more of a wake-up call for individuals to remind themselves of their constitutional background, and that every American, no matter who they are, from race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, it doesn't matter, is that we all have constitutional rights, and we all have a right to live the way that we want to live, and we don't need a government, whether that's a federal government, a state government, a local government, taxing you into oblivion for some social program or another program that you may not agree with. And it's just one of those things that we just break it down back to the brass tacks and bring it back to a more manageable level. Because I mean, I'm not that old, guys. If you remember correctly, there's a lot of taxes that I'm paying now that I wasn't paying 10, 15 years ago. And I'm not even a huge tax bracket. It's just one of these things. It's just little by little. It's a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there.
When the Tea Party gets accused of racism, just people alleging racism, how does that make you feel?
I find that very frustrating in particular. I've been to a number of Tea Party rallies or any other rallies that happen in general, like the 9/12 rally last year, and I don't see any rates in particular from, there's 9/12 last year, they estimated everyone for what, a couple 100,000 to a million, two, or whatever. I mean, there's obviously a couple 100,000 here. You've got an occasional person here or there trying to make some noise for oneself. I mean, you got PETA people over there saying teabaggers eat me, don't do what, so obviously someone is, and if you're going to be nice, you're not going to use the word teabagger in that respect, so obviously that tells me a little political bias. It's PETA, we know this, it's no big deal. But you need to just realize that, yeah, there may be a bad apple somewhere hiding there, particularly that's not the feeling, that's not the case. I mean, the concept of constitutional freedom, like your own rights, it surpasses everything. It surpasses, sexual orientation, religion, race. I mean, your constitutional rights are your own. It doesn't matter who you are, man, a woman, child, or father. I mean, like, honestly, it just really is there. And I don't see it here. You can look around there. Everyone's going to have a particular opinion. Everyone's going to have a particular bias. Yeah, you might find somebody. I'm sure someone, the AP or somebody's running around right now trying to find that one person to besmirch an entire movement, but I don't see it. And if it was here, and if it was blatant, and if it was around, I wouldn't be here.
You are very articulate, and you seem to have like a lot of great points. And I'm just so intrigued by it because of the fanatical way in which you look. You don't seem to, you seem fanatical in appearance. But what is it that you think about the Tea Party and about the way that people perceive them versus the way that when you talk to people, you know, like yourself?
Well, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for everyone else here. I can't speak for this rally in particular. I know it is more of a political question, and this rally is more apolitical. I mean, I can simply say that it's the way I am. It's just unfortunate, you know, whether people agree with it or not. It is one of those elements, and it's to foster discussion. Think about everything that you do in life. I mean, whether advertising or otherwise, just to foster discussion. You see a great ad on TV for an Xbox 360, maybe you want to get this new Xbox 360. You see me walking around the street, either, well, you might be intimidated, I'm sorry about that, but, you know, maybe you want to strike a conversation, well, hey, what's all that about? You know, sit down and talk to you. And that's just the way that I've approached things in life, and the way that I do. And again, I can't speak for everybody else here, I can only speak for myself. And so, and honestly, that's what it is. It's about dialogue, and it's about, you know, discourse. If we want to have a confab nowadays, we sit down and actually do it. We don't want to point fingers, and it has been that for the last, well, I don't know, you name it. I mean, many, many years over. You know, politics has just degraded into such an element about it. And so I think it's an apolitical element to just have a conversation and to actually be able to do that. So yeah, if I intimidate people, I'm sorry, but it's more to let's, you know, sit down and talk. That's what it is.
Well, it's nice to meet you. My name is Josh. If you say your name into the camera, I'd love to contact you and send you the.
Yeah, my name is Andreas, A-N-D-R-I-U-S, Vitakunis, V as in Victor, A-I-T-D-K-U-N-A-S, and I'm in Fairfax.
All right.
You need an email like that?
If you say email, I'll have that. I'll send you an email.
Okay. You just put it's Mr. B, so ITSMRD@gmail.
All right. Thank you very much. Good to talk to you.
What news agency are y'all with?
I'm just making a documentary about the border.
About the border?
Yeah.
Okay. Just what is it, like a small group, or like who are y'all?
Small organization.
Okay.
Trying to talk to.
Okay. What's the name of it?
Well, it's Front Row Films.
Front Row Films. Okay. Well, we'll look them up. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks.